Alright. Started. Need to put this thing up. Keep myself safe. Everyone please read. Let's jump in. Alright, got a couple of people in. What's going on, guys? Start up in chat. You're from over at Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. Can't really see. Alright, let's have a bit of a sneaky look at the market then, eh? I did my vid this morning. So watching Biddy, and what I'm watching is this bearish divergence that we're getting here, and it was pretty clear here, making high highs, and the RSI had that divergence, so we're kind of just moving a little bit sideways, and Biddy's just getting boring. So for me, until we either break up or below these two blue boxes, I'm looking for just a bit of sideways action for Bitcoin. Nothing much to report. Kind of stuck on the 4 hour. On the 1 hour, we're kind of stuck on that moving average. We're above both of them. On the 4 hour, big hammer. Wicks to the downside. Still plenty of buyer support. Coming over to the dominance. And this is what we've been looking for in those daily videos. Just been watching the breakdown of this dominance. Thought this might come back for a retest today. But what we've seen, we've just blasted right down to this next support zone here. So I ended up closing this a little bit early. My long on BAT, I closed on that 9. 9s are normally take profit for me. It's about 30% is enough, no leverage. It is more than enough profit. Looking for pullbacks now on a lot of these alts. This dominance just getting absolutely decimated. At some point, it's got to pull back and have a bit of a break. So if we go to the daily for the dominance, like you can just see here, as soon as it went bearish, it just really rejected the top of that channel. And these are the areas. So all that time where alts were bleeding for the last, a month and a half, just given like 50% of it back in the dominance. And what did we go up? About 9%, and then we're about, close to 20, about that. So about half of it's already flown back from BTC back into alts, but BTC is still holding its value. It hasn't really retraced yet. So we come back here, we haven't really retraced at all. If you look at the daily, still super oversold. Just bashing its head against this 18.6. This is the area when we start making all-time highs. Is where I'm watching. But for me, for Biddy, I'm still thinking we can move sideways for a bit longer. Let these alts have a bit of a recovery and come back to this overall trend. So let's have a look. So that's dominance for me. Waiting for a bit of recovery at some point. It blew straight past this box. If it goes below here, it's sort of getting stuck here. You can see it went right under this level and just wicked straight up. Still think it needs a bit of a recovery, but ultimately looking for the recovery, and then when this starts hitting key levels for me, that's when I'm looking for re-entry on a lot of these alts. So I've taken enough profit now on these alts. They've run pretty far. One that I haven't yet, and I'm still in, is Engine. Got that 9. Just waiting to see what it does. See if we can get that 2 above the 1. See if we can get above this 200 moving average. But past sort of this area here, if it can pop through, it's got pretty It's got pretty clear skies here, because we're running at all-time lows, so we've got pretty clear skies all the way up to this next set. We might have a little bit of a struggle here, but that's the only one I've got open. So we'll jump in for the market scan. We'll hang out for about an hour tonight. If you guys want me to have a look at any coins in general and get my take on them, just chuck them in the chat, guys. I'm just going to go through the Binance margin. Where are we? I'm going to go through the Binance margin and have a bit of a look at just Binance regular. So we can see all these alts just done like what, 60, like just insane amounts over the last couple of days. You can see ADA like 60%, 70%, like insane. And they're all coming back up. Like they've been like decimated for so long. The pullback was just, it wasn't just a regular pullback. It was a decent push. And if you go to the dailies, we're going to see some change in market structure and a whole lot of these things over the last 3 or 4 days. And you can see the volume's really picked up on heaps of these BTC pairs, which is good news for alts. So we'll go through ADA. Let's have a look where we're getting stuck. So this level here is going to be pretty brutal. You can see we wick straight up through it. Looking for the retracement on some of these things now. They've sort of had their, if you're not in the trade already, there's no point. I'm not longing any of these coins as we are. You're pretty much just hoping it's going to go higher. So watching a lot of these, and I think a lot of these things that I go through tonight are going to be looking for retracements. So there's going to be a lot of running fibs. Like have these things a decent run. You can see the 38 level here. Got some decent structure. And so what I'm pretty much going to be doing is drawing fibs up, finding some decent structure around, especially around the 38s, to see if these things go higher. So watching for ADA, it could just break straight up, but I'm going to see a lot of wicks, I think, when I go through some of these coins to the upside, where they might be having a break. A lot of them getting pretty oversold in the RSI. Let's have a look at them. Some of these haven't quite peaked out yet, but you can see a lot of them have run straight into the next point of resistance. We've got plenty of structure over here on Atom. Oh, there was that big head and shoulders we were looking at a while ago. So just waiting. A lot of these are going to have these 9 runouts too, which is normally a take profit area for me. So just having a watch. Basic attention token. Still, I've already exited my trade, but you know, there's a good chance it will still run that extra 10%. And then looking for traces, be trash. You see here we've run straight into resistance, and that's where a lot of these have stopped, where they've sort of pushed past these small lots of resistance and they've run to these previous lots of structure. So be trash around about the same. If this is the top, we don't go higher. Got a bit of structure around here on that 38. What's the 618 looking like? Not so much. 38 doesn't look too bad, but all dependent if these things are looking like they're going to top out soon, or whether they just break straight through and then we need to come back and start redrawing. BNB is one that I was looking for entries above this. That was the blue line I was looking for once we cleared this. A bit of trash over to the left. Could pop straight up here. And then back up. or what I'd like to see as well, is come back down to here for the breakthrough, and just, you know, ease off on that RSI a little bit. 4 of 9 though, so still got plenty of room to run. Isn't that oversold if you look at other coins? But area of interest for me is either above on the pullback, or if we start having a bit of a retrace here. But still, I think BNB's got a bit of run. It just needs to get past this structure over here to the left. I need to hit the guys up in Discord. We're about to hit profit here. We posted this up in the Discord today. Don't know if the guys in Discord are on. I was watching this. I posted once we went bullish on that hourly, and was just waiting for this triangle to break up. As soon as we got the break up, we got the push through, came back and got the retest. And I think we just hit. Yep, there's profit, guys. I'm just gonna hit up Discord, sorry guys. Hey Frank, how you doing, dude? Agi, we had a look at that last night in the CoinSpot group. Can't remember who I charted it for. So Dash just hit this 5x, nice 70%. EOS. Let's have a look at EOS. Where are we getting stuck? Alright, all these levels are... Alright, that's the level there, right, that we want. A little nice level of support here. Let's see if that matches up with anything. A lot of these 9s, for me, I take profits. Lots of wicks to the upside. That level of support from over here is getting pretty close to 618. Not buying the tops of these things, so looking for retraces. Not to say that these can't just push straight up further and keep going, because the thing is, between here and there on EOS, there's basically no structure at all until we get to like 2300 sats. What I'd like to see on EOS is the retrace, and buying that retrace before we can keep continuing up. I don't buy anything when RSI looks like that, and we're definitely not when we're on a 9. So looking for the retrace back, that looks like a good area. If that is in fact going to be the top, otherwise if we just push through that resistance, then there is literally nothing stopping it from going an extra, 15%. And what are we from here? We're looking for a nice 30% if we can make that retrace back. Like a nice little third leg as well. Alright, so look at Agi. Didn't know you do this in Frank. Yeah, in that CoinSpot holders group, man. I'm one of the admins that I chuck up like posts every now and again when I got nothing to do, and I'll just chart a bunch of people's stuff. I did like 15 charts yesterday on people that were looking at stuff. Have a substance there, dude. It's a CoinSpot holders Facebook, not the actual CoinSpot Facebook. So look at Agi though. This is what we were. Alright, so this is what we were looking at. So let me just read my own chart. I can't remember doing this. Yeah, so we got all this chop when we're sitting like in the middle of this. I don't like all this chop. There's still, from where we are now, There's still 24%. That's the thing, right? There's still 24% between here and that next structure. So range trading this is isn't bad at all. Came here, made a nice new higher low, but on the lower time frames, if we go the hourly, you can see it's just really getting stuck here. So it did run out a bit of steam, not much volume, but you know, market structure has changed. Not the worst trade in the world. Back up to this section here. Personally, not something I'm going to take. But there's a nice little range in between these two zones here. You can see you got your support and resistance. Back over to the left, where I'm looking for Agi is, here we go, is looking to trade it back up once it clears this chop. So once we get a clean lot of market structure in the 4 hour, once it breaks this level of resistance, I'm looking for either buying the breakout or the pullback is where I'll be looking for myself. And looking to trade this up because there's a bit of chop here. Like this thing is, it doesn't really ever have nice clean market structure, unfortunately, but it can pump. So looking to trade up back towards, you know, the top area here, and there's a decent amount of, there's 55% in it too, so not too shabby. And as you can see, Agi can do this in a couple of days, but just looking for nice, like, clean market structure. So you can see, like here, you kind of had this flag, right? It's not the best looking flag, but essentially it's a flag. I want something nice and clean, so when you do get an actual breakout, and you had the pullback here. So for me, whether I was buying the break of this, probably not, because the flag was pretty, you know, it's pretty horizontal. For me, my entry would have been here, back on that pullback, and we get that nice morning star, trading it up. So me for Agi, I'm looking for a bit cleaner market structure, something like that, and just something forming here, rather than this sort of just chop around. Alright, let's keep it going. East Classic. I got this alert before. We're touching that extremely long downtrend. I think I said this last week, or I might have said it in one of the videos during the week, that I was talking about ETH Classic and it being a catalyst for alts running, and we saw this volume pick up here, and when I was talking about it, we're around about here, and I was like, look, alts could be warming up. When Ethereum Classic pumps, historically, it's been a nice sign for alts to have their run, but right now we need to clear this downtrend for ETH Classic. It's been there for, I'm liking this, but we've been in this downtrend since February. It's pretty gross. Key levels of, I have some chop around there, so where I really want to be buying this for peace of mind once it clears both those things. But you can look at the percentage even in between here. We get a break of this, and there's still 23% before we even get to the next lot of resistance. So if we come back down, make that new high low push up, like whether you're buying that, I want some nice clean market structure, high highs, high lows. You know, same thing as we go on here, low, high, lower, low, low, high, lower, low. That nice clean market structuring really started to change that trend. So my alert's gone off. We are on that 9, still waiting for this downtrend to break. So still nothing in here for me on ETH Classic. I don't think there'll be much on many of these things, just waiting for the pullbacks. This is something we're charting. When are we charting this? Might have been daily videos. Was waiting for a pullback, was looking for an entry from here. Next area of interest where I wanted to be trading up was once we did close inside this box and we cleared this resistance over to the left, then I was looking at trying to trade this thing up because 18% until we got back up. So if we move this, that's still the trade I'm looking for. RSI peeking out a little bit. We got that 9, we're running to resistance. Definitely not the time to be buying ETH right now, my opinion anyway. So I'm looking for that pullback, so I can have my stop loss below this newly found support level. So still bullish on ETH. I like this new change in market structure. It broke this nice downtrend. If you're not in the trade already though, this is not the time to buy when the RSI is so peaked. So looking for areas of pullback. 0.0309 is where I'm looking. One sec, guys. Alright, what are we looking at? Fiddle. We're shorting this thing. Yep, there was a short. New coin. Let's just start fresh, eh? Where are we now? Let's have a look. It's only been on Binance for a few weeks. It's like one of the things that hasn't pumped. 2.3%. Such an ugly trend line to draw here. Try and get as many touches as possible. Yeah, it's a bit gross. It's about as good as we're going to get. Let's see if we can have better luck at support. So we got a nice clear support at the bottom here. Although this is what I'm worried about. We've got this level where we dropped to just after it got listed. You can see here, just tried to get through it a few times. Back above that 50 moving average zone now, which is nice. We can start closing above. Start closing above this area here. I just want to clear this and these wicks. We got all these wicks here. You can nearly move that up, right? Cover the bodies of these candles. Above here, that's where I'm looking. One of the only coins that really hasn't pumped yet. Everything else has done like 40-50%. This is a margin too on the on Binance. So I don't know if we've got any alerts left. But I might set one for this if we can get above there. 8% with no leverage is not shabby at all. Got plenty of structure over to the left. We can get up there and close. I'll be looking for a nice 24% 3x. Just looking for the break in this, never got it. And it really just hasn't pumped like everything else either. So we had this downtrend here, we sort of found the support. And we had this nice support zone here, so I was looking for a break in this trend. Can't remember when I drew this, but I was looking for the break in the trend. And then once it broke, trading up to that last level of resistance, because we had a pretty free run. Super low sat coin though. Don't love trading these things. We can delete most of this stuff. Still valid. Resistance line. We can get rid of this trend. We're done with that. Needs to get above and start closing. Above 35 for me. If we can get there, cool. If not, market structure still hasn't changed for me. Low, lower high, lower low. It looks like a lower high unless it can get past that 200 moving average. And if we come back down, other spot of interest though is that double bottom at 25. So looking for the break, that create that new market structure, come back and retest there, or we do make that lower high. That's what I'm looking for, because I reckon there's enough in this channel. I'm looking at buying this double bottom. There's got to be plenty in this channel. Yeah, there's like 40%. So next area of interest. I'm just going to move this one down and let it give me a notice. If we do come back down this way, definitely where I'm looking to have a crack. 40% no leverage is awesome. Link. I've been looking a fair bit at this in the daily videos. Waiting for the break of this trend. Thought we might be getting it here, double topped with those 2 nines. Fell straight back in. Was looking for the squeeze out through here. It actually fell down a little bit further, but finally broke up. But you can see here we're finding that same resistance. We got that same resistance here on that 5. I don't mind these 5s on. Would prefer a bit more of a body than so much of a wick to the top. But the pullback red 5 on the run-ups, I don't mind them at all, because it does make it easier for you to run that 9 out, because you only have to trade above that 5 for it to become a 9 after the 8. Probably doesn't make any sense to anyone, but yeah, the 5s aren't bad as pullbacks, and sometimes I will buy them to try to run the 9 out. This one though, we're sitting right on resistance. I'm not going to buy the resistance. Just got shut down. Evening star. It needs to be closing convincingly in here, and then pulling back to retest that support, because it's just been shut down by the support so many so many times in the past. Especially when we had tried to have those breaks here. We had the break here, we're already pretty close to that oversold. Came back down, formed that higher low. Took a while for it to get back. Still had plenty of room in the RSI and just couldn't get through. So need link to be closing above this box for me to want to be having a look to try and get in. But saying that, there's 15% up until the next structure. I'll probably even drop it down a bit looking on the hourly. Still 13%, not too bad. Litecoin. Missed this one, didn't have any alerts left. Alright, this is a bit messy. I can see it. But for the rest of you guys, it looks a bit gross. Yes, delete please. Alright, so this is what we're looking for. After we had that push here and we started creating that new market structure, that's what I was wanting to see, to be able to break this long, and this is another really long downtrend. Like heaps of these alts, guys, have just been hammered for so long that they're doing like 40% whatever in like a couple of days. But in the grand scheme of things, since like February, when they've all been bleeding against the BTC pairs, like even Litecoin still got another 62% to go to get back to where we were trading at. So like this is like we're at the start of an end of a downtrend, and looking like we could be starting a new uptrend on these BTC pairs, and they tend to go up a lot faster than they do go down. Like these things will just mosey down for so long before they start to turn. But this is what we were looking at on Litecoin. Don't know when it was from, probably last week's stream actually. And what I was looking for was closes in this box. We kind of had one here. We had that big wick to the 8. It must have been that candle here since I've drawn this. And I was looking for a pullback to this to retest this downtrend, and we pretty much got it here. Like we kind of got the side of the box. What's that notification? Fill BTC. Let me just look in that. Let's have a look. All right. So Phil may be on a move. I want to see the break and retest. I want to see a clear break. Not this. How much was in this? About 8% with no leverage. Alright, we're in the middle of the stream. I'm going to leave it for now. But that's essentially what I was looking for. Where were we? Litecoin. So we got that, we got the break, got the pullback. Didn't pull back enough, but we did create this new market structure. If we go to the hourly, we did pull back, we came up, and then this was the break here. Once we broke the top of this, and we closed outside of this this box and broke this resistance that we had here. So the trade would have been when it came back and retested that for me. And then we're looking to go from the up to here. So I've missed the trade. Alright guys, it's not right. I just need a drink. I'm watching heaps of Twitch and everyone's talking about hydro checks and shit. I know what they mean. Sit there and talk for an hour. And yeah, voice gets quite raspy. So yeah, have missed the trade here. The trade for me was when it came back and touched top of this box. Wasn't paying attention, had no alerts, but that's where I was looking before we go to this next area here. 4 hourly on a 9-2. We still might get another a break and then come back and a retest, and would be something to look at. Matic. Nice new market structure. Just created a new high. Nice little high low here, but running straight into the next level of resistance. So starting to get oversold on the RSI. Let's have a look. We came back, we did get another entry back on the 618 here. Like this was the trade. So I missed at the moment. This thing does pump a bit, hey? So for me, let's extend this one down. So we've finally broken that long downtrend. February, I guess, August. Been this downtrend since August. New market structure now. So what I want to be looking at for Matic is I can make the tool work. Break, buying that retest. I think we can get a break. I'll buy that retest, but not buying a 9 candle here with the RSI. So Matic still needs a bit of work, but if it can come up, you know, it's probably going to get stuck a little bit here over to the left. If we can get a pull back to that box, that's where I'm looking. Just need to be patient. I need the patience of Jace. I'm getting there slowly. He's slowly rubbing off on me. Neo, nice golden cross. Looks like it's going to be forming. Getting stuck at structure here to the left. Let's move that one up. Set that alert for me. Got a bit of structure over here to the left. You know, Neo trends just so well. Like when it's on a run, it's on a run, and we're good. When it's on a downtrend, you can just, if you can identify this, you know, this head and shoulders here at the top, you could just shorted this thing down for like pretty much like 2 months. And get leverage on it too on Binance. But when it trends well. So I'm looking for this new lot of market structure here with Neo and wanting it to close above here. Let's go that alert set. Want to close above here, whether we pop straight up or we do start to retrace and then come through. And just have a bit of a smaller run, but 9s again, as we're looking at all the things. I don't buy things on 9s, this is where I'm taking profit. RSI starting to get into the oversold. I've not made, I missed the initial trade, so waiting to find my next entry. But wouldn't mind scalping a decent bag of Neo, especially when we're down at 1100 sats. You can get a fair bit and stash it away. Get yourself some gas. Must have been looking at this some point. I think it was here when we broke that lot of resistance. Let's have a look. I don't know when I was looking at ONT, but I think where I was looking was breaking above here. So again, another 9, guys. I'm not touching anything at the moment. A lot of these alt pairs against their BTCs have got these golden crosses incoming though, so we're going to see the 50 moving average cross back up over the 200, and once we're above both of these, we get these nice runs and hopefully things just start trending. Like you can see, let's find this thing when it starts. Like, see how when we stay above the 50, it acts as support the whole way up until it doesn't. Oh, I think this is what I was looking at. We're in this massive downtrend. This is it. I was looking, thinking, if this comes, I was waiting for it to come back to the bottom of this channel where it's, it's touched a bunch of times before. But there's pretty clear skies here, guys. If you can find a nice entry on the lower time frames, at some point, they're still going to be close to 50% back up to that next lot of structure. So, we got pretty badly. I think this is what I was looking at. I think we got really oversold in the RSI and on the daily. I was like, at some point, this thing has to have a bit of a recovery. There was just no market. There was just no support here to the left. Like, we were at all-time lows, so there was just nothing to go off, and you just sort of had to kind of guess, which I don't like doing, where the bottom's going to be. But if we can come up and create that higher low, something like we come back and then we pull back, that's where we're looking to trade up, because I think there is 50% in that. So what I have a look at, but saying that would mean we'd have to come back below that 200 moving average, and yeah, I would rather be taking a position where it comes back and pulls back to that moving average. Let's get rid of that. If that makes sense. Come back, pull back into the golden cross that acts as support and pushes it. Push it up. Yeah, no worries, Frank. Cheers for hanging out, mate. Anyone else in the chat want to, where's everyone from? Facebook or YouTube, Twitch? If you want me to have a bit of a look at, chuck it in, guys. I'm just going to the Binance margin. Got about 20 more minutes before I jump off. Quantum. This was the area we were looking for the break of that downtrend that never happened. Haven't charted this thing for a Had all these, I don't know when I charted this, back in October. So we broke down from there. That is no longer valid. But these support levels that I've drawn in previously have been quite valuable. We've just pretty much peaked out on the 4 hour yet again on one of those 9s. RSI starts getting oversold. But if you look on the hourly, like I've drawn this support line in probably 2 months ago, and that's the exact area we've come back to. It came back down, and that's where the buying support was once it broke through that resistance, turned into support, and it's already retraced. So right back at the 618. Actually a really good buy. Came back within like 2 candles though, which is pretty quick. But I am liking the way, very much liking what this hourly chart looks like. Nice candlestick formation, inverted hammer, nice big bullish engulfing, pulled back to the 618. We've got 18 minutes left on this candle, guys. I'm just gonna chuck that down because I might have a better look at this one once this candle closes after the stream, because there's still 25% with no leverage. If we can break that, a lot of resistance, depending on where this candle closes. If we're closing right here, I'm not going to buy on resistance, but the hourly does look pretty good. Huge amount of volume with that sell-off, but the fact that it bounced to the 618 and just instantly straight back up. So definitely something to keep a look at over the next couple of hours. With the TD indicator too, the entry will be, as long as this, oh no, we've still got 3 hours, don't worry. Don't worry about me. Bit tired, guys. Raven. So this is the oops, one of the coins we looked at last night on the CoinSpot holders group. Someone asked me for Raven. I tried to scalp this thing the other 4 or 5 days ago, and I was like 2 days before the run. But this was my trade where I was looking from the when it came back here. I was like 2 days early, and we fell out the bottom of that box. This box was holding really well. I think after that trade is when I took a break for a couple of days. It might have been last Friday. Just try to get a bit cute with this one. Essentially counter trend trading. Thought I found something that I didn't. Should not have been looking for longs. But essentially the trade played out. If my stop loss was a little bit more, but I wasn't going to be keeping a stop loss of 20%, not with leverage. So that pretty much went back to the exact spot we were thinking. The 95, yeah, it was like one sat off. So now that we've broken this channel on Raven, if we can close above here, because that was the original target, like looking to trade this area here, or if we come back down and we do retest that support again, could essentially make the same trade as we had set up in the first place. But would like to scalp a bag of Raven. I was looking here, I was looking at the fact that we're looking at that golden crossing coming, and here it comes. So still looking to scalp a bag of this because it's traded at like 2,000 sats. So if you can get like 30% and just keep the profits in Raven, just let it just stashed away, set alerts when we're back to 2K at some point. Tron, I don't really trade Tron, guys. It's just look at it. I just don't touch it. keep moving. Sorry if anyone likes Tron. I just don't trade it. The thing is just too volatile for me, and it just doesn't trend well. It really doesn't trend well. Like as in it does trend like well, but it's just like vertical or horizontal. There's no nice trends to it. It's either going up like 400% or going down, or doing nothing for like days on end. Uni, I do want to grab some more Uni. I missed the airdrop because I didn't use MetaMask. Didn't use Uniswap. Sorry, I wasn't using my MetaMask. Wildly disappointed with not picking up all those free coins, but what I want to see here is a close in that box. So where most of these alts we've been looking at, we're at these 9 sort of exhaustion points where it needs a pullback. On most of these alts, and those 9s have like been pushed right up until the next lot of resistance. So we're still watching these things, and they're going to have to clear those resistances. What I would much rather see is it come back, have 1 to 3 candle pullback, and then push, and then looking on the hourly, like I would rather them just get rejected at these resistance, come back and then push through it. So you can see here at that 38, it's already pulled back to there. It's kind of already had that. It's already got structure there. So another pullback to that 38 or like the 50. But waiting for pullbacks on most of these alts, guys. Not FOMOing in is the worst thing you could be doing. So either buying, back here, you can see you got some nice structure around about the 50. In this area here, for me anyway, around that 50 fib, that's where I'm looking, and then we create that nice new market structure. High, high, low, high, high, come back, make a higher low here, and you can trade that up. You can pretty much trade it back to that previous top. There's still 10% in it. Or we start looking at 22%, but we need to break that resistance. But 10% with leverage is that's plenty. 30%. VeChain, we looked at this last night. I was looking for a pullback, looking for a when we charted last night, we're about here where that green started, and I was looking for rejection once we got to this level here, and then there was going to be more chop, and what I wanted were closes above this box before we were going to trade it, because we were already here. There wasn't enough percentage in here. There was just nowhere to put your stop loss. So looking at VeChain, for anyone that was in that CoinSpot group, I can't remember who I charted this for, but essentially still looking for that pullback. Now I'm looking for a bigger pullback. This is the area that I was looking for, but it has had a pretty decent run up. Lots of wicks to the upside. That's right on the 50 fib. There's not much in the 38, but in saying that, it could just keep running further. Not buying a break if it runs further. When the pullback does happen, looking at this area here of support, we've got plenty of structure over to the left. So just being patient, waiting for the trades to come to me. Stellar. Actual mooning, eh? What's it done? Fucking 122%. Jesus. Stellar. Just no chill whatsoever. Absolutely no chill. So Stellar, you can't chart this, guys. It's just if you caught this, if you go the hourly, oh, look at that triangle. If you've been paying attention, I had this triangle here, the same, no, this is the same triangle that we had with Dash, right? It's a bit ugly, but you know, you get the idea. Multiple hits at the top. Once that close was there, that was it. That was the trade. And it's the same thing as we posted in Discord today. And look, it's just done exactly the same thing, right? Dash is about to do a stellar, which is good for me. I got a big bag of Dash, but it's, you know, I'm still probably down on it since I've been buying it slowly the whole way down, waiting for a bottom. But it's one of my long-term just sit and hold. So that's my strategy for it. I don't sit there and play around with it, but pretty happy that it's just done, you know, done that. But yeah, exact same trade, guys. You find these nice little patterns. Would have picked it up much better on the hourly. Found that triangle. Once we got the breakout, once we got that close there on the 4, that was it. It was time to go. And you can even see, you know, once it started closing above this triangle, we were good. And they're 15-minute candles. Must have been from yesterday at some point, but top of that triangle, if you can find these patterns, you could be getting out for 58% now. Pretty good. Alright, Monero. This looks interesting. Alright, so we've been charting Monero for a while ago. We came back to here, started making this like little flag, essentially like a little bear flag. But it was also a decent amount of support over to the left, and we were waiting to see if we broke up. If we broke up, this is where I was looking to buy. If we broke down, I was looking to short the retest, and we did short Monero off the stream. We shorted from here, but I'm pretty sure we took profit like way too early. I haven't looked at this for a while, but yeah, we shorted and we went down to, I think we got what, 50%, and could have held on for 150. But now hidden structures to the left. I do like Monero when it trends. Like, I like these coins that just, you know, continuously just have good market structure and just trend well. And you can see it like trending here and just holding this 50 moving averages support the whole way up. Once these two, you know, get too far apart and came here, failed to make a higher high, pretty much here, and then broke below that, and then it was, you know, game over for Monero. But after the golden cross, which was down here, it just held that, those moving averages held it the whole way up. So and you can see here on the way down, it did exactly the same thing. Moving average just held it, and now it's broken it. So if we can start clearing these areas here, but it needs to have a bit of a break, I reckon. With that big 9 sell right on resistance. RSI getting a bit oversold. Would love to see a healthy retrace, and then buying that retrace like down to like this level here. You can see that it's got that nice support, and then up higher is what I'd like to see from Monero, because we have this nice area of support. We've got plenty of structure here. There's going to be plenty of buyers in this area. Now, right now we're guessing that we're going to reject at this here. Like, that's a really nice area, right in the right in the 68 fib, 618 fib, and yeah, that would be a nice healthy retrace. If Monero can get to there, I'd definitely be getting myself a bag. If I've got any alerts left, I'm just going to set myself one for here. just to remind me to have a check. But I think all these alts need they all need a bit of a healthy retrace. Ripple hit our target. Posted this one up in Discord as well. Anybody watching, guys, we do open the Discord every now and again. For a week, it's everyone in the Discord is a member over at MBA under me in the RBA program. So we do open it up for a week every now and again, but we've got all the students posting charts like these all the time. Another 50% here made on Ripple. So the hourly, just such a nice, just like it was such a perfect like entry. Just all the way up, finally broke, and it was off. Same thing as Stellar, and it seems like Dash is still doing. Oh, Dash is up that 20. Tezos. Now I got this alert the other day, and someone has fat fingered this because this was like a 5-minute candle. Where is it? So my alert went off at Tezos, and I was like, I'm sure that's heaps higher than where we're trading. And Tezos just got this giant, like 5-minute wick. Did like 20% on the BTC pair. Someone either fat fingered this in, or someone cleared the order books. But I had that alert set for this level of resistance to be breaking, and it literally wicked right. It was within a couple of sats of it was like 1 sat from where I was. So I was waiting for that to break. Now it has broken. My alert didn't go off properly, but it looks like we might have already had that pullback. Pullback might have been here. Loving these patterns we're seeing a few times. Like this is another coin to add that alert. We start making new highs. I might have a look at buying that breakout, because where we were looking was that to break. Entry was on that retest here. Oops. So that was where I wanted my entry to be. After it broke, heavy resistance to the left, broke, come back, retested, did it within like an hour. It's just been slapped right back down. Plenty of buyers straight back in, big wick to the downside. So now for Tezos, we've got this level of resistance here. This breaks and we start closing above. We'll look in a minute. We're going to get a new hourly candle. Try and find a bullish entry in the TD indicator. 2 trading above that 1. If we can get that, looking to where's our targets then? Probably there. And we've got there's 20% in it on Tezos. So let's see if those alerts go off. Don't love buying these things here, but if we start clearing that, there's pretty much clear skies. In YFI, what is going on with this? Getting no pumps at all. Had the alert set here for a buy, caught the upside 28%, come back down and just hit that demand zone again there, but just failing to get any love. No one wants to buy anything that's 1.35 Bitcoin. Everyone wants to be buying something that's 900 sats. They can get 20,000 of them. Could be a sign of the retail investors coming back in. Pretty much exactly the same here. We're trading caught this trade for 17%. That was nice. Waiting for the close outside this box. Just hit it so many times. Finally got it here. Looking for that retest and come back up. Got the entry in here for a nice 17%, but same thing. No one wants to buy something that costs 0.12. They can only, you know, a lot of people are only buying like, you know, a half of this coin. They don't see the value in that when they could be buying, you know, 45,000 VeChain. Yeah, it's weird. Percentages are percentages. Bit of no man's land for Zek. No, a little bit of structure here, but still, like, these are my support. Oh, yeah, we're getting stuck here. These are all lines I've drawn at some point, and just I normally leave the support and resistance lines in to when I have a quick scan. I can see these things just hitting support and resistance. So yeah, watching Zek. Would love to see a retrace, starting to get oversold. Getting these, you know, big candles. Big candles, plenty of, you know, there's like 6% in these candles. Not touching it yet. Can't clear that high there. It's getting, you know, there's plenty of people selling at this point. Where the resistance is over to the left. Would love to see a nice little healthy retrace before we start going up any higher. Alright guys, only a few of yous on, but thanks for hanging out. Trying to get this channel going, but do stream for an hour every Tuesday night. Go through market scan, normally looking at this Binance margin list and the BTC pairs. So Dash is just going, isn't it? I hope the guys took some profit. Actually, I hope they didn't, and they can take profit now from Discord. What else are we watching? Was it Phil? Yeah, we just got rejected straight back down again. And what was the other thing we're looking at? Qtum. New hourly candle just opened. Nope. Look. Going. Did we make it? No, still waiting for pullbacks, guys. Biddy's having a bit of a run up. Dominant should be needs a break. This is what I'd love to see in the dominance. Just a little bit of recovery down further. And then start looking for longs when we start hitting this next level of resistance. Alright, cheers for hanging out, guys. I hope you guys got something out of that. Be back Tuesday night. Oh, Verge is the other thing I was looking at. Anybody watching from the Kings group posted this today as we were breaking, and we closed here. I was like, we're breaking this long downtrend. Go buy some Verge. I did not buy some Verge. I should have bought some Verge. I've been telling myself for the last week, hey, grab a bag, it's 20 something sats. Buy some Verge for when it pops to 2k sats. Waiting for a trace. I'm gonna grab myself a bag, try and scalp some. But yeah, congrats to any of those guys who got on. There's your 30% scalp that I was looking for to stash away. Should take my own advice sometimes. Cool. Alright guys, I will see everybody next Tuesday if you want to come and hang out again. If anyone's interested in learning TA, how to draw these lines in the charts, or if you're new to crypto, head over to shieldwheel.com or hit my Facebook up, send us a message. And I'll get back to you and we can have a chat. We can organize a Zoom or something like that.